Companies including Bank of America, Dell, they've ditched requiring a college education for workers. That trend only expected to grow.
Nearly half of companies recently surveyed plan to drop bachelor's degrees as a requirement in the coming year. Joining us to discuss, Ramsey Solutions member and host of the Ken Coleman Show, Ken Coleman. Ken, I actually have been calling for this for years, that a college degree is one of the greatest cons sold to families in this country over the last 20 years as costs just skyrocketed.
Yeah, you have, and I applaud you for that. And it's really becoming obvious now because companies are actually proving it out to say, you know what? They're not preparing kids. Higher education isn't keeping.
Okay, so let me say this. I call bull on this. First of all, for years, white people have told black people that you got to fly to where they can walk. They used degrees in college to keep us out of the best paying jobs, even though it was jobs that they was able to go get with high school degrees. So now all of a sudden we're in the technology age where you have to be higher educated to get these better paying jobs and get these jobs. You know, meanwhile, the manufacturing jobs that are low skill jobs, low education jobs, they done went away. So how do you compete back in this job market where you got to lower the requirements of these jobs again? So this whole narrative that, oh, college is a scam. No, it's not. That's what they want you to think it's a scam. And you falling for the banana in the tailpipe. The reason why we have started to move, the gears and this whole system are starting to move now is because we must be allowed to compete in the workplace now. They got to let minorities compete against white men who are ill-equipped to compete. So the only way they're able to compete is to take those benchmarks that made you the #1 candidate in these jobs because we've been going to school. So once you take that off the table, now they're equal to you again. Now you have nothing over them again. So don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe and start thinking that getting a higher education or being superiorly trained in a specific area is not worth the money you spend. Yes, it is. It is a statistical fact that people with higher degrees make more money. That is a fact. That's not a theory. That's not my opinion. It is a fact. People who have higher degrees have higher salaries. So when they telling you that, the only reason why they telling you that college don't matter no more is because they don't want you to be above them. White men gotta compete. They gotta compete in this new job market. And they don't wanna compete. They wanna do the same thing they did in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. They just wanna be given jobs simply for the fact that they white. And if you start to buy into this narrative and allow them to do that, you are part of the problem.
But I don't think the longevity would last long. I'm on the phone with Lab Love getting my laugh on.